New video right now from Charlotte County. The floodwater was so high in downtown Punta Gorda that this guy went for a kayak trip right down the street. That entire area flooded, and the water is just now receding.
Yes, NBC2 viewer Ben Catapane sent us this drone video. Look at this, showing the flooding in Punta Gorda, water lapping up against homes on the harbor. NBC2 Samantha Servin is live from Nesbitt Street and Marion Avenue tonight, showing us the damage brought with the high tide.
Right, Peter, Kelly, for many of the people who know this area, we're right in front of the Celtic Ray. It's an iconic part of downtown Punta Gorda. And as you can see, this whole intersection is full of water. But the ironic thing is, I was out here about 3 a.m. this morning, and the water at that point was up to my hips. So this is actually a great amount of water that has gone down over the past few hours.
It's just praying for the best outcome. That's all we can do.
Patricia McDivitt is stranded in Punta Gorda today as floodwaters rise over the streets of downtown. McDivitt lives in a FEMA trailer down US 17 right outside of city limits. She booked a hotel for a few nights for her and her elderly mother when she found out how bad the storm could be.
So I do have neighbors that sent pictures this morning, and it was probably about knee deep already at that time, so I'm nervous to find out what it's going to look like tomorrow.
Although the water is much lower now than it was earlier this morning, officials are still saying it's unsafe to drive in this area. Some people are not heeding that advice, even using unicorn floaties and tow lines to play around in the floodwater. Dean Staten of Dean's south of the border is trying to get that water out of his place as fast as possible.
We had maybe about a half-inch of standing water in some places, and we started just sweeping it out and squeegeing it all out, setting up HEPA filters and fans, and hopefully we'll be in business tomorrow.
He knows the drill because he's had run-ins with the rising water before. Hurricane Irma sent floods into his restaurant years ago, so he made some changes this go-around.
We use marine grade plywood, anything down low, use rock board, all electrics up off the ground, refrigeration in the kitchen. If it's bottom refrigerated, it's been lifted. Most of the refrigeration is on the roof anyway, so it's but yeah, just prepared for it. This is all concrete block, so it can withstand it really well.
As everyone waits for the waters to return to the river, they're just grateful we're not seeing such a catastrophic damage as we did a year ago.
I had a lot of emotional moments yesterday, trying to stay strong and positive.
Just giving you an idea of how high the water is now, you guys can look at my boot level and see that the water is rising above my ankles. Again, this is a good sign. The water is actually going down here. And one thing I do want to advise people is that right now officials are asking people not to drive here in downtown Punta Gorda. We've seen a lot of people being really reckless through these waterways, and you just don't want to do that right now. You don't know what is under this water, so it's better to stay safe and keep to the advisory from the officials. I'm live and local in downtown Punta Gorda. Samantha Servin, NBC2.
And look at this.